Hi, my name is Tim Tang with Hughes. I'm here at the Connect Mobile Innovation Summit with Aaron Levzo of Freebirds World Burrito. Aaron, would you please explain your role with the company?
Yeah, absolutely. I am the Vice President of Marketing and work for Freebirds. Freebirds is a fast casual restaurant that makes all our food from scratch. So to explain what that means, our steak we make every 15 minutes. It's not just once a day from scratch, it's every 15 minutes. There are no freezers in our restaurant. So truly when we talk about food quality and kind of what we put into it and the energy we put into it, it's all about the experience for the guest.
With such a unique experience for the guests, how does mobile fit into your strategy in terms of engaging with the customer?
So mobile's huge, and when I started out in technology and marketing, mobile used to be like one vertical, and it used to be like, how are you going through all these channels, and then what is mobile? And mobile now is just cross verticals, right? So mobile is everywhere. Mobile's in your social, we have a mobile app. Mobile is the location landing pages that we have. So mobile just crosses all the different ways you market. Mobile needs to be effective in each.
What have you seen in terms of your customer response to your mobile initiatives?
So for us, our customer, because they are the millennial, whether young millennial or older millennial, mobile is their number one source of where they get their information, whether it's opening their apps on mobile, whether it's reading their email, whether it's checking their banking account, whatever it might be, mobile is where they're getting it. Some of these folks have a mobile device but don't have a desktop. They might have a mobile device, an iPad, and a laptop, but that's it. And so mobile is their number one source of all their information. And so it's important that everything we do is able to be read and consumed on mobile first.
As a practitioner in this space, what are the challenges that you've had to overcome with your execution of mobile?
It would be trying to determine how you want to build something, whether it's for simplification because the mobile screen is smaller, or whether you're trying to crunch it all down and make them scroll, right? So being able to change how we do things, and for a long time, 2 or 3 years ago, we used to say, well, just only do mobile first, and basically throw desktop out the window. Well, desktop's still important, it's just that mobile has taken over from how people consume, that when people were saying mobile first, they were saying, well, we don't mean that we want to alienate the other % that are going on desktop or laptop. It's such an important medium that being able to focus in that area, how we build things, what emphasis we put into it is very important.
So much of the mobile experience focuses on the consumer's individual experience with their smartphone, wherever they may happen to be in terms of their location. What kinds of changes or activities preparations have you had to make for the stores in preparation for mobile?
So the great thing about digital or technology is that a lot of times we can do it above the store without having to really become a burden and go in, and what we want the restaurant to do is focus on the guest experience, talking to the guest, talking to the consumer, not having to worry about like, how's this technology work or what's happening over here. That we can do above the store, and they don't have to worry about that. The great thing is whether it's rolling out a mobile app, that's training the employees. We did a hefty training around rolling out our mobile app 2.5 months ago, and we continue to update that training. So if a guest comes in and says, what is this? How does this work? Our tribe, which is what we call our employees, our tribe is able to answer all those questions for the guest. But otherwise, if we're talking about paying before you come in, you can pay above the store before you walk into the restaurant.
Now, with Freebirds, you've gone one step beyond the usual mobile ordering and mobile engagement to location-based marketing. Could you speak about that?
Yeah, so location-based marketing is really important. And for me, I believe in personalization and mass marketing. And what that means is being able to create an ROI by doing the mass marketing like the emails, like Facebook advertising, but personalizing it. So on Facebook advertising, for us, we're opening in Nashville soon. And that's very important for us. So being able to target that Nashville market and talk to just the Nashville audience there, not only people who already follow us, but people who may want to follow us, is very important. So we also have location pages. So for each of our restaurants, we have a specific location page where someone can go and learn a little bit more about that restaurant. We have the ability to update that restaurant's history on that page. So because let's be honest, when you go to a restaurant, it's not about, oh, this is a chain, I want to know all the other restaurants. It's about the one that's close and near and dear to you. You might even know the employees in that restaurant. So being able to talk about just the one restaurant, the one location is very important.
So beyond location, what else do you see coming down the road as you look forward in the next couple of years as it relates to your mobile roadmap?
So I think just in general, we're going to start tying everything together better than we currently do. So I think we have a lot of attribution. We have a lot of ways at looking at analytics, but we haven't found the sweet spot of saying, because they did this, they're likely to do this. And if they did this, then maybe they'll do this. And so bringing in more data science into it and really looking at it that way, I think will continue to roll out. And then appealing to marketers like myself who might not have the budgets of your big box brands, but be able to still significantly relate to the consumers that way.
Are there particular tools that you wish you had that you don't have access today?
There's lots of tools I wish I had. Yeah. There's lots of tools. So I think it comes down to budget though, and will the return on investment be there? So a lot of times vendors will come in and talk to me and I say, that's fantastic, I want that. And then they tell you the price tag and they go, so no, can't do that, appreciate it, but the ROI isn't there for that yet. There's lots of tools out there that, whether it's different types of attribution tools or offline online tools, or just having all the resources that I would love to have, but where's the ROI? And that has been a challenge, and I would say that I'm not the only. At retail, all the different industries have had the same challenge. I would love to say that we are, resources and money are unlimited, but that's not reality for anyone.
As you think through your journey of in this mobile space, are there any particular lessons learned that jump out at you? Things that you wish you had known now?
Yes.
Or before?
Always test. Always, always, always test. It's so important. So no matter what I think is a great idea, I'm usually proved right or wrong, right? Well, not usually. I'm always proved right or wrong. But when you test something, you know. And you don't have to rely on, well, my gut says this is the right way. Follow your gut into the test and then determine whether or not that's the right or the wrong way to go after something. And I believe in testing because I've learned either way. If I do any type of test, I've now learned that, nope, I would have lost a lot of money, or yeah, this is definitely the way we should keep going down. But then continue to test. So a lot of times you see brands do one test and then they go, this is great, roll it out everywhere. And that's a problem, right? Because then they look back and go, well, if I could do things different, I would have done X, Y, and Z. Why? Because we didn't test.
Is there anything that particularly jumps at you that has surprised you about how consumers have responded to an initiative that you've rolled out in mobile?
Absolutely. So we rolled out our mobile app 2.5 months ago, and we have very loyal guests, and it's amazing. Every brand wish they had the amount of loyalty we built. We're going to be 30 years old next year. And for these guests, change can be hard, but they've really accepted it. They've seen the app and they've gone, you know what, this is cool. Like, I don't have to carry around a card anymore. I'm able to go in, scan my receipt, earn points, go up tier levels, unlock surprise and delight options, that they've really embraced it. And then they're very willing to tell us feedback inside of the app, which I thought not everyone would want to do that. Because I don't always give feedback when I go to a restaurant. I'm not as likely to hit like, yep, I really want to tell them about this right now. But they really embraced it, and they want to tell us how their experience is, which what better focus group than the people that are most loyal guests. So.
Absolutely. And then what about your employees? How have they responded to your initiatives?
They have been fantastic. So our tribe is outstanding, and I like to think that we have some of the best employees in the space. They have such passion and such life, and I mean, we're Freebirds, and if you come into our restaurant, you feel that passion, you feel that personality, and so that's how they attack this. They see this app as like, what a great opportunity for our guests. They're telling each guest that comes in. In fact, with the Pokemon game, people were coming in to claim their Pokestop and their awards, and forgive me, I don't know all the lingo, but they come in to get these things, and what a great time to say, hey, did you know we have an app? So they've really embraced it, and I couldn't be happier with the way our tribe has handled it.
Well, excellent, excellent. Thank you so very much for taking the time to speak with us. Again, I've been speaking with Erin Levzo from Freebirds, and we are coming to you from the Connect Mobile Innovation Summit 2016. Thanks.